Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and yes, time for my part 2 review of The Bad Batch. So, we've come up to episodes, 4, 5, and 6, the fingers. So yeah, episode 4, Faster, episode 5, Intabombed? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, And episode 6, Tribe. So, yeah, these were some pretty interesting episodes. With episode 4, Faster, the team enters the colorful and dangerous world of racing. In that one, because, basically it's all about racing, because Omega, Wrecker, and Tech, they accompany Sid to a planet where, on there's racing happening, and, basically an old, face that Sid remembers by the name of Gurney Melagie. I don't know if I'm saying the last name right, I apologize. I was surprised to realize that in the credits, Gurney was voiced by the one and only Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. That's awesome! Hey, good to see Ernie in Star Wars. Hey, it'd be pretty cool if he would do a live-action role. Why not? Another great, African-American actor, Carl Weathers. Yeah, he's in Star Wars too. He has a live-action role, as we all know. Why not Ernie as well? So, yeah. So basically, one racer that Sid has betted on is Teo, I think. Yeah, that's how you say the name. And Teo was voiced by Ben Schwartz, a.k.a. the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, him. Nice to see him doing a Star Wars voice, although, did he? I think he did. He did do other voices in Star Wars, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct. I have a feeling he did voices in Star Wars Resistance. Maybe, I don't know. You guys can let me know if he did do other voices, because I can't remember. At one point, unfortunately, things don't really work out with the racer that Sid betted on, and unfortunately, there was a deal that happened between Sid and Gurney, and basically, because Sid lost, Gurney now has Sid held hostage, but Omega, tells Gurney, if he wins, they'll pay extra, but if they win, he releases Sid. Sid goes free. And unfortunately, too bad for Teo. Poor Teo, because, he at one point gets hit by, not a pod racer, but, a racing vehicle. And unfortunately, he's really unable to race. And so it's up to Tech. Tech willingly volunteers to race, and he successfully does, beating Gurney's main, racer, which I think it was this guy, Jet Venom, I'm pretty sure. He was the same species I remember from the Phantom Menace, I don't know, in the pod race, like that, he was doing that, I don't know, doing some of those lips. And, the species of Gurney, it's the same alien species where, tusks on the bottom cheeks, I want to say, that did appear in The Force Awakens. So, that's pretty cool. So, as I said, yeah, Tech does win, and all ends well, but I don't know, something suspicious about Gurney, I don't know, they're on to them, I guess, I don't know. Even I was kind of wondering, is Gurney gonna report them to the Empire? Does he know about the Bad Batch? Is he aware? That's the thing. But overall, episode 4 was not bad at all. And episode 5, Intabombed, Entaba, enta, enta, entobbed. I think I'm close to getting that word right. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Episode 5, the Batch, that's, but the Bad Batch, still, whatever. The Bad Batch searches for an ancient treasure that steers up a shocking surprise. From what I can tell about Episode 5, I don't know. Episode 5 was, I don't know, was it confusing? Like, I did my best paying attention to what was going on, and the ancient treasure that they were discovering. In this, we get a lot more of, Thea, Wanda Sykes' character. So that's really nice, and, again, who doesn't love Wanda Sykes? She's fantastic, and, again, good for her to be in the Star Wars universe, don't you think? So we get more of her. She takes the Bad Batch and Omega to find this ancient treasure while they're there, because, at one point they encounter a couple of creatures, and, one that attacks Wrecker. They get separated at one point from an avalanche. They do find the ancient treasure. And at one point, I think, they do set off this, giant robotic creature, very tall, I want to say. Yikes. But eventually, they do destroy it, and an explosion, and so on. So, yeah, I don't think this episode was that bad. And some pretty funny moments with Thea and her telling stories. I don't know, she's, changing the stories a little bit. I don't know. But still, they do find some ancient treasure, so, that was not made up, so, so I think episode 5 was okay, not bad. Maybe not the best episode, obviously, but still. And episode 6, this is really good. This was a good one. Episode 6, Tribe. The Bad Batch help bring a new friend home. This was the return of one Jedi youngling we haven't seen in quite a while, since season 5 of the Clone Wars. The arc of Ahsoka and the younglings, that one, yeah. So we get the appearance of Grungy. I'm pretty sure I did get that name right. Grungy, the Wookiee youngling. He's back, so good to see him. And he is one of those Jedi younglings that ran away and survived Order 66, but, Omega is the one that discovered Grungy. After the Bad Batch, they delivered something, and to the, I believe it's the Axis droids, and also, apparently, because, I don't know, Axis droids and Cardinal droids, okay, Axis leader, I believe so, yeah. And Shelby Young, once again, does a voice, which being one of the Axis droids. So Omega discovers Grungy, and at first Grungy does not trust the Bad Batch at first, but of course, Hunter assures Grungy that, they didn't follow the Order, and they have no love for the Empire, and so on, and, they help Grungy get back to his home planet, which of course being Kashyyyk. And fun fact, definitely I'd like to point this out, originally there was going to be a canceled episode of The Clone Wars where we would get another episode of The Bad Batch. This time, they would be on Kashyyyk. And there was some footage released. This was obviously, this footage was shown during Star Wars Celebration, the Clone Wars panel, and they showed some, unfinished scenes, unfinished animation for, what would have been new episodes of the Clone Wars, and this being one of them, The Bad Batch on Kashyyyk. So that's kind of nice. That's really nice that they did that. We finally have an episode where we see the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk. So yeah, pretty cool. And it's nice that, we see more of Kashyyyk, and, they're, like, the Bad Batch, they're trying to get Grungy to a safe place on Kashyyyk, but during that, because, they, of course, run into trouble, obviously. It wouldn't be the Bad Batch, and it wouldn't be Star Wars without running into trouble. I was a bit confused at first, because on Kashyyyk, we see some lizards. They're using tanks, like tanks that were used in the Clone Wars. Obviously, like, I want to say, like, Separatist tanks. And I saw clone troopers. There are clone troopers that are with the lizards, and I was confused. I was really confused at first. I was like, are the lizards dressed up as the clones? Like, are they wearing the clone armor? But when I heard one of the clones' voices, I was like, okay, no. The clones are apparently, well, I should say the Empire is teaming up with the lizards. I mean, they never really establish it, so, how should we know? Like, I guess that's for us to guess. So, yeah, of course, the Bad Batch versus the Empire, troopers and the lizards, and of course, they do defeat them, and with, Grungy reuniting with his own kind, and I think, like, the Wookiees, they do help out the Bad Batch take on, the clone troopers and the lizards, even at one point, like, spider-like creatures. I don't want to say, creatures that can do webs, like spiders, and at one point they do get one of the lizards. Feeding time! Pretty much. So, he gets, like, pulled up, he's caught in webs, and, like, bye-bye, like, they're gonna feast on that lizard. So yeah. So it's nice to see that Grungy has survived from Order 66, and he's back home on Kashyyyk, safe and sound, Jedi or youngling, whatever, and as Hunter says, he's still a child, and that's true. So, yeah, that was a pretty good episode. Episode 6, Tribe, and hence the title Tribe, Wookiees. That was a pretty good episode, and of course, it was teased, like we saw in the trailers, that we knew that Grungy was going to appear at some point in the Bad Batch, and thus he finally did. So, yeah. But anyways, so episodes 4, 5, and 6, they were pretty good, but especially what comes after episode 6, oh, they are some pretty good episodes, definitely. I look forward to my Part 3 review. So, yeah, what about you guys? What did you think of my Part 2 review of The Bad Batch? What did you think of episodes 4, 5, and 6? What'd you think of my review? Leave comments and give this review a like as always. So with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my... So with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my Part 2 review of The Bad Batch. More reviews coming your way. They're gonna be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video/review. Take care, and until my Part 3 review of The Bad Batch, peace out, and may the Force be with you.